Hello? Are we live? Are we doing it? Are we back? Are we, as they say, so back? Oh yeah, we are so back. We are so back. Hell yeah. Fantastic. I love being here. Good lord. Alright, so guys, hello. I've had a horrible time yesterday, I tell you, trying to get the stream to start. OBS was the problem. They admitted so. They've gotten updates like, oh yeah, we should probably note that we didn't have functioning streaming for older drivers yesterday. It's like, whoops, oopsie doopsie. We're sorry. It's like, oh, well that explains things. Well, at least it wasn't on my end. Thank the Lord. That would have been awkward, as they say. But guys, we are so back. You can't imagine how back we are. We are so back. Oh, we're gonna do conlanging. Yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. We're gonna have so much fun, you and we are gonna have fun. I can barely contain my excitement. Ooh. Oh, feels lovely. We 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 are so back. We are absolutely so back. So, how are we doing today? I hope we're doing well because I'm having a blast, I tell you. Ah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, alright. Stream. It's looking good. Looking fine. Mighty fine. Hope you all been doing fun things today. I've been out into town, as they say. Me being a what is it called? A little suburban. I went out into the big city, had a lovely little time. Got myself some stuff. Love stuff. Got myself some tiny plastic men. I love Warhammer. Yes, gun is a good hobby. Love that stuff. But that's not why we're here. Okay, well, it's kind of why we're here, but it's not the main reason we're here today. We are here because we are going to do conlanging. And what kind of conlanging? Well, natural conlanging, of course. Unlike the last stream where I was talking about Lunko here, which, by the way, I have a thing. I will tell you about what I've done to Lunko because it's a very different language. Very, very, very different. Very soon after I showed you the video, I changed a lot. As you can tell by this considerably larger consonant cluster table. These are definitely different than the ones that you had here last time. But yeah, I'll show you this in a minute. Let me just go do a thing. I'll be back quite soon. I'm back with tea and candy. Yes. Truly wonderful things. Tea. Cheers. That's nice. Candy. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I was going to tell you about Lunka, right? So, in terms of the phonemes, I've not changed much. However, I have done a considerably larger amount of work with the phonotactics. As you can see, they are considerably more intricate, shall we say now. As you can see, you can no longer really generalize as to how consonant clusters can be put together in the same way you could before. So it's pretty expansive now, I'd say. I've also a particular thing I've done it so that semivowels can essentially be in coda position, well, in front of everything. You can have it in any coda you want. Because a thing all these all that Finnish and Italian and Arabic does is you can do that. You can basically do that. The only thing is, like, in Finnish, you quote unquote can't do that because you can't have semivowels at the beginning of consonant clusters. It's nonsense, obviously. Phonemically speaking, a diphthong is literally just a vowel with it's a semivowel if it's a high, or yeah, it's a high vowel essentially. So yeah, you can. You can't tell me, like, you can't say nine and it's not like a cluster of y and like it's obviously the case. So yeah, you can, and that would be that nine. And but yeah, I've also done this. I will have to change this here, but basically what it says is that you can have, yeah, you can basically have semivowels disappear in certain positions. And vowels, it's supposed to say vowels. I don't know if it actually says that right now, because I don't think I've changed that properly to where it should be, but whatever, it's nice enough. Stress. Not changed that either. Not the dialect, really. There's a little bit of it, but not that much. The orthographies, I haven't changed much either. So, let's just go on to grammar. As you can see, we've done a lot. We've gone into more, shall we say, Arabic-like territory. A little bit, honestly, Proto-Indo-European, if I'm gonna be honest. Because, as you can tell, there's now disjoint. There's a difference between the infixes and suffixes. They're no longer attached like they were in the previous version. Which I honestly don't know why I did it like that before, but, well, I did. But I don't any longer, because this is better. Let me just finish this candy here. And a sip of the tea. That's nice and refreshing. So, what have I done? Well, first of all, tense, aspect, mood, and voice has become an infix. It's pretty simple. It's only 4 of, well, 8 of them, sorry. 2 by 4. So it's not that much anymore in terms of singular affixes, but you can combine them quite a lot of ways. As a person, number, gender suffixes, which are of course attached to the stem, which is what you get when you add infixes to a root. We add the suffixes to the stem, you get a full verb. These are epenthetic, the parenthesized sounds. I specifically took these from different languages. The first person not pronouns, but first person suffixes are from Finnish. The second persons are from Italian, and the third person are from Arabic, though with some modification as to make it work with the system that's already in place. Nouns also work in a sort of similar way now. We have only 4 infixes for nouns, with a difference between abstract and concrete nouns. This is not a gender system, by the way. These are classes, and they play more of a semantic meaning than the gender infixes / suffixes. Yeah, the gender system is less so semantic, though there's semantics in there too, obviously. And of course, we have case suffixes, of which we have quite a few. A total of, what is that again? 24, yes. Same cases as before. I don't think I've changed that at all. Though the specific forms of the suffixes, sorry, have become more directly inspired, shall we say. We also have for articles, it's basically like, well, this is taken from Italian directly, this is taken directly from Arabic, and these are sort of Italian-ish. But in essence, yeah, they're definite articles. Unlike Arabic, should be mentioned, there is no such thing as sun and moon consonants. So the L here does not assimilate to any other consonants like it would in Arabic. Like in, what is a good example? Ash-shams, well, the obvious example. You don't get ash-shams in Lunko, you just get al-shams, assuming you even have that, which I don't. We do have a word, or even, well, root for sun, but it is not the Arabic. It's not Arabic in origin. We also have adjectival infixes. They work on adjectives, obviously. With comparative and elative, non-comparative. God damn it, need to say things properly. Non-comparatives, which is a regular adjective, like big. Elative is something that is neither bigger nor biggest. It's something similar, but it's a form of comparison. But it's not specifically, what's the term again? Comparative or superlative. It's something somewhat like them, though. What else do we have? These I don't think I've changed at all, so they remain the same. The pronouns I don't think I changed either, because quite frankly I felt no need to. And I did add these, finally, the possessive suffixes. They are essentially taken from Finnish, because it's the only one of these languages that, well, okay, Arabic has them too, fair enough, but still, they're taken from Finnish in this case. Except maybe these, hold on. I don't... I don't remember precisely. I do think they're still from Finnish, but I'm not 100% on this instance. Derivation, I've not changed it anyway. Root flipping still there. I still think that's pretty funny. The locative prefix, quote unquote, still exists. I haven't changed it. I've in fact used it, if I remember right. Still remains productive, as they say. Arabic. Much like in Arabic, yeah. Negation is done with a particle ne, placed before the verb, like in Italian, or Arabic, or Finnish, really. Yeah, so all of them. Though in Finnish it's technically not a particle, but it's a verb in itself, which it is not in this case. This does not take the person, number, gender suffix that the negative verb does in Finnish. The sentence and word structure, I need to change that. But in essence, things have not changed. Things have changed somewhat. This has definitely changed, but some things have remained exactly the same. Some new things, some old things, etc., etc. This means something, and I do not remember precisely what. Though it is obviously something to do with the language. We will have to see, I suppose. Now, this I've changed some bit. Last time, I distinguished between verbs and nouns in their roots. I don't do that anymore. I don't think that is a need to. So I've now changed them to being general word domains. Semantic domains, if you will, yes. So, example, we have this kökös for personhood. We could we can make this into a noun. Say, shokiso, meaning a masculine concrete nominative noun, probably meaning something to do with man. Quite simple. Or shakisa, in that case being woman. Or shakise, being women. Or shokisi, being men. And so on, in the nominative. We would also have locative, which would be shokisesso. No, shokisesso. Scusi. But things do remain somewhat familiar, I'd say. And I'm definitely gonna do more work on this, but I'm quite happy with where it is at this current moment. So I think we'll pretty much leave it here. I think I have some work here. We'll have to finish this some other time. And the sources, no. We'll leave off on this beautiful picture of a bunch of consonant and vowels. It's really mostly consonants. Actually, we do have this too. But this, it's not very important. It's basically the same as the one before. So nothing new there. Right, today though, we are going to do some work on this. That was my plan from the beginning. This is a, well, just words. This is a daughter language of language I just called Old Manish, which sounds funny because it sounds like it's a language of old men, but it isn't. Even though it sort of is. But it's the language of the first people. Humans in this world. This world, in this case, refers to a setting I'm working on. I can't reveal too much about it because I don't want to spoil things. But, well, I have spoiled one thing now, and that's that there are humans. Revolutionary, I know. But yes, I will not talk so much about that because, as I said, I don't want to spoil things. But needless to say, this is a language that will be used for that project, that world building project. I will be using it in a role playing game campaign. Obviously, that's what you do with these things, is it not? Maybe not. I don't know. I might be weird. I don't think I am in this instance, though. Well, relatively speaking, because I'm pretty sure that's what most people do with conlangs. I mean, that's how Bibliviridian started. So why shouldn't I? Well, because I'm not Bibliviridian, that's why. Hmm. Yeah, it's fine. So, the thing is here, I've done one change from the Proto-Old Manish language since, yeah, there's only one actual sound change from what is here to what was before. And I will not tell you what that is because I don't want to reveal exactly, well, how different words and different languages relate to each other. Make it obvious, you know. mm, but yeah, the difference is very small. But we have quite a few words here. As I said, I've not added anything here. Phonological change. You know what? I didn't need to remove that because you still don't actually know which words would contain what. Anyways, I'm not going to put it back because there's no need to do so. But we need to come up with some phonological changes, which is the first and easiest step in my opinion, because phonology it's childishly easy. One doesn't really need to think about it as much. Sorry. Just like, candy, delicious. Hold on. We just need to make sure everything. What? Oh, right. Mm. Yes. No, we're still here. Hmm. Nice, nice. Hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Everything seems to be in order on the stream end. Meme? Someone posted a meme. Hmm. That's... Yep, that's awful. Anyways. So, phonological changes. Yes. The first thing we do when we do these sort of things is to take all of these and copy paste them right into that other page, because that will help us tremendously later. Trust you me. It's really such a good idea. Because when we have this, we can check, especially this, for what changes would occur. And when we know that, well, we know what phonemes we have. And that is very important. Because, you know, something might remain non-phonemic for a long, long time. Or it might become phonemic very quickly, and who knows? Things like that can always happen. But generally, it's best to keep track of that, because if you don't, well, goofy things may happen. And if you don't keep track of it, oops, time to go back. We also need to write it down, obviously. We need to write down the changes. I will not write them down in phonological notation. Quite frankly, because I don't know it well enough. If I did, I would, but I don't, unfortunately. But I will do so in, well, maybe not plain English, but close enough to plain English. I also have some tabs open, useful links. Unfortunately, it seems that awkwards is no longer working. Something's wrong with awkwards, and I don't know what it is. I do not like it, though. That's the most certain statement I can make about it. There was a little bit of a typo, silly goon. Don't think it's going to. Nope. I don't know what's going on there, but oh well. Where do we have it? Lexergy. Lexergy I have a hard time using, I'm going to be very honest. It's a tricky thing. We might try to use it, because it is useful. Yes, my use subscription feed. But generally, I find it quite tricky to work properly. Probably because I didn't do that much programming when I had that as a class. I didn't really enjoy it. I didn't really find it intriguing. But hey, I mean, it's something, I suppose. But, well, while we're here, I might as well go into the vocabulary. Not a long go, you can go away, actually. We have vocabulary here. So, these are verbs, these are nouns, and those are all the word classes we have. We don't have anything else. As you can see, most of these are quite, simple. I don't know why I have that there, to be honest. I might get rid of that. Or I might not. It's fine, it can be there. But the thing is, as you can see, most of this vocabulary is very humanocentric. It's very... well, the term is anthropocentric, but who cares? because, well, as far as I'm concerned, that is a pretty likely first thing to evolve, terms for human things. And in this instance, it makes a lot of sense, but because, well, I can't spoil why, but let's just say that there isn't much to analyze except other human beings and yourself as humanity comes about in this setting. Because basically, well, I'm not saying much. There's some sources, by the way, pretty neat. Anyways, we need to make some phonological changes. There's a first start, a good start to be sure. And as we have it down here, let's see, what can we do? We could do a lot of things. We could expand the vowel system from just 3 vowels to a full 5 vowel system, classic. We could increase or decrease the number of tones. We could merge the palatals and the velars, maybe? I mean, these at least I probably see plausibly merging. These are basically not equivalents of each other, so they wouldn't really merge, but, you know. Maybe we could, probably something with the consonant clusters, like remove homorganic, what's it called? Homorganic fricatives in these consonant clusters. Not you, actually. Well, kind of you. So that we can basically turn these voiceless. So, and then when we remove those, we have phonemic voiceless nasals. That would be pretty fun, I'd say, at least. Another option is doing something with the plosives and the clusters here, possibly. Like fur, we could turn that into v, or sr into z, and sje into j. That's an option. We could turn hu into a, you know, the hu semi, you know, what's the term again? Voiceless labiovelar fricative. You know, the sound you find in, like, southern US English and certain other dialects of English, but it's mostly really, most people, I think of the southern US when they hear that sound. When, which, such sounds. I personally like them. They're technically in Swedish, so I like them. Not being biased or anything. We could turn this also into a phonemic thing. Turn it into what's it called? Xie. Maybe turn chr into r. Do some Hebrew flavor in there. That could work. I don't know. There's a lot of options here. There are a lot of options here. We could do something very boring. Let's just start. We could just make it so that before their full vowel equivalent semi-vowels just allied. So we have, so from mu, for example, we go to mu. Because it's kind of hard to hear the wu there. It's very indistinct from the actual vowel that follows it. So it's actually quite plausible that you'd have a change like that. again, it's pretty boring because it adds absolutely nothing and makes the language like annoyingly simple, I'd honestly say. So personally, don't think we should do that immediately, but I mean it's an option. Hmm. Hmm. I have an idea. I think I know what we want. I want to do something here. How about we take this here, turn that into L, then also take these two and both turn them into K. Fuck it. Why not do... Wait, hold on. Where is it? Yes. We turn this into sh at that time, too. So we have a bunch of laterals. I think that'd be pretty fun. Or maybe do that with yeah. Hmm. I'm... Hmm. Hmm. Well, maybe we do that, but maybe not first. Hmm. You know what? I think we should start with that one first thing I mentioned about creating voiced consonants with these clusters here. I think I want to do that. So, the cluster clusters and it was whoops, making all kinds of mistakes. Clusters four. Sr. Not a copy because I can't just take that as it is because I don't have that on my keyboard. Whoops. Eep. Sheer. Actually, we use ampersand, not end. We don't write that out because it's inefficient. And what was the last one? Chr. Yes. And chr become hold on, need to put this somewhere. That's a nice place. Become z. I need another v. That should be... Yes, that's it. That's the sibilant specifically. I should have specified that, but since it gives me the right one anyways, it's not that important. So, j, and last but not least, we also need voiced velar fricative. R. So, v, z, j, r. Which is a nice... I think that's a nice inventory. Reminds me of, like, old Spanish. little bit Hebrew, but feel kind of Spanish sounds a little cooler, to be honest. In this instance, specifically because it's Old Spanish. I don't know, I think Spanish has somewhat an advantage for having the sound. I like myself some interdentals. Become respectively. And then we just do this. By the way, just as a general recommendation, listen to Faria Faraji. He makes great music. Right. We remove that. Do that. And these all merge horizontally. The voiceless, voiced, and we the z, and then we need to grab these. And we just do this. It's lazy, but it works. So there we go. Now we have a voiced, voiceless contrast in fricatives, which is as far as I know, it's a little rarer to have voicing contrast in fricatives and not plosives. It's more usual to have it in plosives but not fricatives. Though I think it's also more usual to have it in both. I think let's go check. We have walls right here. Features, voicing, yes. And as we can see here, it is most usual to have it in plosives alone, which I know from personal experience. Not from that, but well, something like that. Damn you, wolves. Not showing my language. Such a bother. Both in plosives and fricatives is apparently, well, somewhat equally common, but yeah, fricatives alone is kind of rare. So I was right on that part. Weird that they list Finnish as having voicing contrast in both plosives and fricatives, because I don't see that. I speak some Finnish, and, well, they don't do that, as far as I know. So I don't really get that, to be honest. It's a weird thing they've done there. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's no voicing contrast. As you can see, Australia has a lot of no voicing contrast. And you might think that's because they have basically it's all voiceless. And it's not actually the case at all. In Australia, it's actually most common to have basically all phonemes be voiced. And the voicelessness occurs as an allophonic process, which is really interesting. But yeah, it's a side tangent. Let's not hang around, stick around that for too long. It's not necessarily what we're here for, so to speak. We're gonna remove that, and that, and that, and that. We're gonna change the color. No. So there we go. First thing we done. It's a weird thing we've done, but it's a cool thing we've done, in my opinion, so I'm gonna keep it. And as a general rule of thumb, if it seems plausible, it's probably possible. And even if it's never been done in any natural language, most sound changes only occur once and never again. Because, as with most things, the 80-20 rule applies. So now that we've done that, what else could we do? Hmm. That's an idea. Since those are now vacant spots, we could have those clusters that just disappeared reappear again very easily by switching around other clusters with the same phonemes. So the sr cluster could become, no, the rs cluster becomes sr to take that place, and same with the r for hr. Yeah. So actually, yeah, I'm going to do that. Because it's funny. Like, we just removed this thing. Well, nope, no you didn't. Rch. It's also a little hard to pronounce these clusters because they kind of violate the sonority hierarchy. So there we go. There's our gone. Hold on a moment. We will be right back. We are so back. Right. So what next? Good question. Well, I need to write that down, yes. Right. And so now we already funked things up. So now that we have those changes, we should already have confused the hypothetical speakers here. So we've already created dialects. That are already partially mutually unintelligible, which is good. That means we've started the creation of fully distinct languages. Now we need a word list. We need to take all of these and slowly paste them into here. Good God. Actually, may we be able to do so? Yes, we are. Cool. It's slow, but at least it gets the job done. That's what he said. Live streams, guys. Live Hassan reaction. Well, unlike him, I'm actually doing something, so maybe not exactly like him. It's also my work, so that's also something he does not do. Nah, that we're not saying that out loud. That's... yeah, no. I don't even know if we have any of those clusters here. I think we might have... well, we have a chra, so we'll have re. Cool, we'll have rein. For all my Hebrew and Arabic speakers out there, get that reference. Ayo. That's like one person. Nah, that's not. It's not. I'm kidding. It's not that many. Oh, another. Rein. As you can see, yeah, there's a lot of anatomical terms because, as I said, once you leave that primordial stage of life, you will the first thing you will know about is your body, because, well, it's not much else for them to see. Spoilers. Ah, a few things they will see, though, as you can see. Yes, some things. There's still things out there. It's not all the body that they will know. It's some other things out there. exist. Ah, cool. Hope you're listening to good music right now, because so I am, and I know it is good because I feel goodness. Mm. Tea. Hmm. Is this a computer in which I have that? Oops. I don't think it is. Unfortunate. Oh well. Lexergy being Lexergy, we have to do some work before we can actually make it work. By the way, this is not everything. These are not all the words we have in this language, or should have in this language, but these are the ones I have created in time for this. We can just add more words, though. There is no problem with that. I'll just have to go back and add them into the proto language later. Most wonderful. We just need to stay there, Can. We just need to check the examples, because I have forgotten how this works. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh no. Mine. I can just copy some of this, to be honest. It is perhaps somewhat cheap, but it works. We don't need those for now. Then we can take some of these. Not all of them, because not all of them are going to be useful. We don't need the glottal stop, for example. Nor do we need the glottal fricative. We do need the alveolar fricative. And we need all these. And we need the vowels, though only 3 of them for now. When we need more, we will add more. In fact, that's basically what we can say about everything here. When we need more, add more. Right, brilliant. We need to add a few more things though instantly. We need apricots because they are a definite thing in this. We need to change this to a trill. What else could we use? What do we have actually? We have fricatives, we have liquids. We could just call them liquids, though I think there's a little stretched. Africates definitely stops nasals, yeah. Well, I guess semi-vowel. Well, maybe just call them what they are. Approximants. Spelled not like that, I don't think. Yeah, it's 2 P's. 2 peas in a pod. 2 piss in a pond. Not advisable in civil company. We need w, and we need yeah. So then we do that and that, and we will call it a label. And we will call that a pellet. And then we also need to add the pelletal. We'll remove the glottal. And what else can we take here? Advanced dish probably has some. No, it doesn't. Well, I guess we'll add feature. Feature voice. Voiceless. Voiced. But it's not this one, it is this one. Symbol Z. That's not how you spell that. There we go. Alveolar fricative, but we add voiced. That should do it. Now we need to add a few more nasals. Symbol, and then we add the palatal. Palatal. That's actually funny though. Hold on. Maybe we shouldn't do it like that. Yes. symbol that, which we need to copy again. That's a shift. There we go. And then we do that. Vila nasal. Classic. Doesn't like themselves a nice Vila nasal here and there. I love me some Vila nasals. Yo, that's funky. Okay, that's strange. Oh well, tasty. Anyways. Hold on. We're changing the terminology because we need to use these for the tones, I think. So. Add a few more. Okay, V. And actually, we need to define that, but you know what? Let's just call it labial for now. Post alveolars. Then we'll copy paste. You're seeing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Who am I kidding? Anyways, this is how it goes when we do this sort of thing. This is the stuff they don't show you. Lord have mercy. I don't need to copy that. What am I doing? It's literally just X on the keyboard. This one does need copying, though. Need to add the palatal. I forgot that. That's not that key. We call them stops. Okay. Fair enough. And now we need to add the affricates. I think we have it. If I made any spelling errors, well, we'll have to see that. Ah, another thing. Nearly forgot that. Feature. Tone. And we add these. High. Falling. Low. Symbol. High. High. Symbol. Falling. Symbol. No. Symbol. Low. I hope that is everything. Now we can get to the sound changes. I just need to make sure you can... shouldn't do that. I don't think. We do it camel style. Or maybe we don't do that, we just do it like this. Yes. So first of all, voice fricatives. And then we do that. And then we do the actual sound changing. Which is... Which clusters was it again? It was sr and... Fu, sr, shi, r. Yes. Sr. Divento. There. Sr becomes z. Wait, hold on. Do it in the right order. Ooh. Becomes v. Then sr. Sheer. Yeah, that's an important one. Sheer becomes j. And r becomes r. Technically, that might be a r might be me drilling technically, so it's technically not that symbol. But since there is no uvula category of sounds really, it's okay to put it into the velar category and treat it as a velar fricative. Let's just see if it works first of all. If we made any syntax error or something of that sort. Okay. It doesn't like me using that. Okay. Understandable. I'm doing mistakes. What? Oh, I think it's... yeah, I shouldn't have that there, should I? Let's see if it works. Where did I have that? Where's it bilabial? Huh? Oh, here. So. What? Silly, silly, silly. There we go, look at that. Let's see if it made the changes we expect. So these on the left, they are starting forms. Oh, and there we go, we have a ra, ra. Which, what does ra mean in this case? Because we have the word list here. It means lower leg. Alright. Wonderful. Someone's gonna get a use out of that, I hope. And then fweep, high tone, becomes veep, still high tone. Well, that means things we can't probably say. Spicy. You know, fun fact. The what's it called? In Latin, the v wasn't actually v, but w. Classical Latin, I should specify. Latin's still technically spoken, but it's not classical anymore. No, it's usually some other form. Church Latin, something. Depends on who you are. Any more? We have roo. There was some... we'll have that too soon. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. It's head. So, roo. 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 Tone is fun, isn't it? I like tone. Any other changes we can notice? Ooh! That's actually pretty cool. It's not actually changed these. The affricates. It's not interpreted this as a consonant cluster of S and R, so it's not changed into th, which would be weird. No, so it hasn't done that, which is great, because it means it's working as we intended. Ooh, we have a word. Ooh, we have G. Oh, G. And whoop. G. Whoop. Lovely sounds. And this was thumb and river, respectively. Cool. Alright, we're doing well so far. Let's see what else we can do. Right. Those. Have to change those clusters into another set of clusters. Cluster freaking very funny. What was it? Rsa becomes Sra, and Kha becomes Ra. Let's see if we can find any examples. Again, this is not being misinterpreted, which is lovely. I love it. Love when you see it. I don't think I had any of those clusters, apparently. Huh. Well, we'll have to add some in the future. Anyways, what else should we do? We've done that now. How long have we been going? It feels like we've been going for like an hour already. So we might end for today. Actually, hold on. It's more, yeah. About 1 hour, yeah. 1.5 hours about. Oop. There we go. So I think we might end it for today. We haven't had much activity, but that's fine by me. At least I get to show you what I do. Which is always fun. For me. Maybe not for you, I mean. There's not much happening, is there? But still. I find this pretty fun. Next time we'll continue the phonological changes, but I think we should also definitely start doing some grammar stuff. Grammar has some... Honestly, grammar is a way harder subject. Especially in, like, personally for me, I think grammar is quite difficult. But I think we can do interesting things there, absolutely. Because, like, grammar has so many opportunities. Like, it's hard to even imagine how many strange, wonderful things you can do in grammar. I tell you, it's really quite something. But, yeah, I think we'll cease the streaming for today. I don't know where we'll come back. I think I will try to keep about a monthly or so streaming schedule. Yeah, pretty lazy, but, well, I do things. Unfortunately or fortunately. Depending on perspective. So I think I will be back somewhere in time. Yes, very specific. Somewhere in May. We'll hopefully get more work done. We'll see what we can do, but in the meantime, have a good time, have a good day, good evening, good night, and